So we are just getting ready to do the experiment, and we are tying the dialysis tube right here, right now. They were very hard to tie and to get the liquid in them. So my recommendation would be to get the tube really wet and then move your fingers together really fast. That seemed to be the easiest way to get them open, but just a heads up, dialysis tubing is really hard to deal with. So in total, we made 5 dialysis tubes tied at one end, and then we tied the other end when we put the liquid in. And tube A has the blue tie on it, just the blue, and that's water. Just the white is 10% sucrose, and the tan and the blue strings is 25% sucrose. And that's for the first experiment 7.1. And pretty much this is what we're just doing the whole time. It's trying to get these, we're trying to get these tubes, I'm trying not to use profanity, tied. And it was just like the most difficult thing in the world. I don't know why it was so hard. We're just having like the hardest time getting them tied and getting the liquid in them. And the difficulty we had during this experiment was, I guess you could put this in your discussion, was our tubes were leaking, and it was causing us to have to remake the dialysis tube again because either I or Talea wasn't tying it off right, more so me, I'm not going to lie. And after we spent like 30 minutes doing that, we're going to go ahead and move on to the weighing section of the experiment. And for 7.1, the hypothesis says which dialysis tube is going to gain weight the fastest. Me and Celeste said C, which was 10 ml of 25% sucrose solution. We said C because it has a high sucrose solution. I mean, we were just taking a guess here. We don't know if it was going to be right. So, after that, after trying to tie these dialysis tubes, we got a beaker, filled it with water, and we were getting ready to do the weighing section of the experiment. That, well, you'll see, but we're just weighing the bags every 15 minutes. Well, first we did the initial weight, and then we're going to weigh them in every 15 minutes, take them out, dry them, weigh them. But, I mean, you'll see us doing that, I think. So, okay, we're still messing around with these tubes, but we're going to the next part. Like I said, we are going to be weighing these dialysis bags with the 3 different solutions in them for a total of an hour, but every 15 minutes you need to pull them out, dry them, weigh them on a scale. We're getting ready to set up the scale stuff right now. And I believe the experiment said that you had to put them in the water. You had to dip them in the water, take them out, and then dry them, and then take the weight. So that's what we are doing right here. There's Talea. She's being funny. Let's see. Yeah, I just put all this, I just fast forwarded this so, you don't have to sit there and go through a couple hours of this in slow motion. Well, not slow motion, but, regular speed. So, we're weighing these, and I'll send you a picture of the chart So the first initial weights for A, it came in at 10.2. For B, it came in at 8.8. And C, it came in at 11.0. And after the first 15 minutes, A was 10.2, B is 9.4, C is 12.0. And 30 minutes in, another 15 minutes, that A is 10.2, B is 10.1, and C is 12.9. Another 15 minutes, wait at 45 minutes, A is 10.2, B is 10.7, and C is 13.8. And the last 15 minutes, which marks our hour, is A is 10.2, B is 10.7, and C came in at 14.8. So that, we had to keep an eye on that and make sure I set my timer. We didn't have any difficulties with this section. The only thing is the dialysis tubes are really hard, but everything was pretty simple. We did it exactly after 15 minutes each time. We stopped what we were doing and just weighed them. And I'll send a picture of this page so you can see what I put. But I think that's pretty much it for this experiment. And then after this, we're going to move on to 7.2. But I think I'm done talking about 7.1. So it'll just be here until we get to 7.2. So you can just watch this if you want. So right here, we're getting ready, sorry, to start 7.2 diffusion using indicators. And so Leia's working on the iodine portion, the iodine test, and I'm working on the, I don't know how to pronounce it, but it starts with a P. Hold on. Okay, I still don't know how to pronounce it after leaving and trying, but we're just going to call it phenol. It starts with a P. Just look at it in the lab and you'll see what I'm talking about. It starts with a P. Phenol. We'll call it phenol. That's the test I'm working on. And I'm going to take a beaker and put the phenol into the dialysis tube with 10 mils of water, and then in the beaker I'm going to fill it up 250 milliliters, and then I'm going to drop 10 drops of NaOH into the water, not the tube, just the beaker that has the water in it. So that's what I'm doing right here. I'm just getting that ready. Like I said, Leia's over there working on the iodine test, but we just did this so we could like get out of there faster. So we just split it up. So I'm just filling it up right now.
I thought she was gonna say I really am.
I put it back.
Did you?
I did.
It was like in the little clear piece, wasn't it?
You have to just yell.
Could quite possibly, yes. You say, use it responsibly. Use it responsibly, yeah.
Okay. Just get all that in there. Now I gotta freaking take my glove off again.
Oh, it changed a pretty color. This is the one that starts with a P. I put 10 ml of water and 3 drops of the whatever.
You can go over to theirs, and the beaker is just starting to turn pink. So you can actually see the streams coming out of the ends of theirs. Ours has immediately turned pink.
So you can see it did turn like a little light pink when I put the 3 drops of, what is it? You know? Huh? You know? The one with the P, when I put the 3 drops in there, it turned that pretty pink color. So just keep that in mind.
Never opened these. Like I've been working
Do it
on.
really hard. Do friction like this. So now this part is done. It changed to a pretty pink color. How are we doing? The bag changed color. It changed to a light pink. So yes. Bag changed color. Yes. Light pink.
With water.
Solution change color. Okay. So I'm now going to go on my phone and record this particular one. This is 7.2. So this is for this one. And I'm doing this one, so Leia's doing this one. So I already put it in the bag with 3 drops. and it turned this pink color. And now we're going to place this into the beaker that has the water and the NaOH solution in the beaker. And we're going to see what happens.
Did you wash it out before you put it? I can just easily rewash it with water again. It's just water. Yeah. I think you're doing something.
Phenolphthalein and water's in there?
Yes.
And turn that color milky color?
Yes. That's bad. How about this? We'll try that beaker with this water and see if it doesn't. No one knows. We know you put this. You can do a tiny little sample, like we'll leave dry, you know.
So in the next clip, the Mrs. Lady, Miss Fredrickson, sorry, she's gonna come and talk about the beaker, and she's just kind of explaining a little bit to us about the color change and the different like pinks that's happening there. So just listen to what she's saying and to give you a good understanding of it. So the water did change into this pretty pastel pink color.
Oh, it turned slightly pink. Just by more phenolphthalein?
Oh, yeah, slightly pink with water, fine. Just like not cloudy.
It turned cloudy.
What does that mean? What started in the tube? What did we put in the tube?
2 mL of water and 3 drops
Water.
of the
Did you put
that?
Yeah. Okay. So phenolphthalein started in there. So it turned bright pink. What moved into the tube to make it turn bright pink?
the NA.
The sodium hydroxide.
The NaOH. Yeah.
NaOH. Perfect. So NaOH moved in. NaOH is 3 atoms, right? A sodium, an oxygen, and a hydrogen.
Yeah.
So small. Okay. Your beaker is kind of pink. Maybe if I took, I don't want to stick my hands in the sodium hydroxide.
It's a little light pink.
It's a light
pink. Yeah.
So phenolphthalein is that big molecule right over there with all the rings. Do you think that phenolphthalein was able to move its way through the tubes? And it's a lot less than this, okay? So less phenolphthalein was able to move out of the tube and react with the NaOH in here, okay? Do you think it diffused out of the tube, or do you think that maybe accounts for some error in the tying at the top and the bottom? If it was able to move out of the tube,
I think.
do you think you would reach an equilibrium and the colors would be the same?
No.
No, why not?
Well, yeah, because isn't it reacting with the NA's reacting with the phenol?
Phthalate?
Well,
Yeah.
shouldn't it be the same color as what's in the tube?
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Well,
If
no,
it was
well,
diffusing, would it make get the same color?
yeah, right?
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you
If it
think it's
was-
leaking or do you think it's diffusing?
Diffusing.
So you think the
I think it's leaking.
phenol-
Leaking.
Okay.
Timer?
So I don't think, you can do some research, but I don't think that phenolphthalein should be able to come out of the dialysis tubing.
So
Even if it's like, but what if it's like, poorly like tied or something?
Well, out of the tubing itself. Out of, like, there's little holes
Yeah.
in this tubing.
Okay.
And I don't think that molecule should be able to come out of the tubing. Yes, out of the top and the bottom where we tied it, that's a different story.
Okay.
But the dialysis tubing is created in such a way that there's those little micro holes in the tubing. That's what's allowing your water to come in and out during your other tests. Okay?
Okay.
So the phenolphthalein is a lot bigger than your sodium chloride and your water that you've been moving in and out.
Yeah.
So I don't think out of the actual tubing that phenolphthalein should be diffusing out. I think it's leaking from the top.
So
and the bottom.
leaking.
So
Okay.
leaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But again, do your research.
Okay.
See if you can figure out if it would come out of the dialysis tubing and go from there. Okay?
Thank you for the. I have
know,
your
we had
voice.
this all on recording.
So now you can
I was
go
like, this
back.
will
I love hearing myself on a recording.
Thank
Who
you.
doesn't?
So like she said, this is not the same color as this. You can see that this is like this dark neon pink color, and so this is possibly leaking out, not diffusing out. So it's probably leaking from when you tied it at the top, and it's not diffusing out. So that's really important to remember.
something to note. Did you already do your iodine though?
No, she's been
Okay,
she's
okay.
been working on that
Okay.
one. Ooh, girl, these bad boys are fire. I'm breathing too hard.
Cheers. Ooh, girl.
It's okay. I know you're trying to fix that one.
this
Oh,
one's
I'll weigh
like-
these, okay?
Huh?
I'll weigh them.
Oh yeah, we gotta wait.
You just finish that.
Okay.
You're
Yeah,
good.
I have this tied right now, so I'm just gonna add it into the tube. But I got 2 more.
So the one that I got.
Okay, so for this tie
I'm also gonna keep this. I'm not gonna fast forward
Okay,
this
so did
part,
you just
so it'll
drop
just
it in
be
there?
at normal speed.
when you did that one.
So I don't know if we're gonna say
Here,
anything,
let's
but
get it
just
on
listen.
video. Okay.
Here, I'm gonna pull this over by you. Just explain what you're doing.
So this is the 250 beaker full of 2 mils. I
Yeah,
added
and then
2
you drop it in
mils
there
of
and see if-
iodine in the water.
You drop it in there and see if there's a color change or if there's a leak or a
Okay.
diffusion. So
And we're
just
gonna see. We'll drop it in here for the first time. And nothing happened. Oh wow. Oh wow. So you know how that one like they're both pinks? This
show the
one's
camera.
not.
Put it up to the camera. So you
Okay, so you can see inside the tube, it looks like the starch just stayed the same. And then the iodine is still the same color when we put that in there. Interesting. So that means
Okay. All right, round 3. I have the numbers. You want to write them?
oh yes, let me write them down. We're doing the damn thing, Beverly.
I didn't think we could do it. So, like she said, this is what
Yes.
happened. So, let me show you. This tube. Did you show the tube before you put it in?
Yeah,
So,
this is starch.
we're doing Soleil's iodine test right now.
Yeah, this is
So the bag has
And
starch in it
starch in it.
and water, and the
It's
beaker
quite good. It's
has the iodine in it. So we'll keep that in mind.
Do you
yeah.
expect starch to come out?
No.
No,
Okay, how would you know starch came out?
the water.
The
would
water
be
would
cloudy.
change. Yeah.
Okay, remember, this is just like our biomolecules lab where we use iodine to check for the presence of
Oh, so
starch.
does it turn a bluish black?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It would turn a bluish black if this was diffusing out
Diffusing out?
Yes.
Okay.
If it was like coming out of the.
out of the tube.
So what happens if iodine moves in? What color will the tube turn?
That would also be.
It's the same chemical reaction, right?
Yeah.
Iodine mixing with starch. So it'll turn bluish black.
Oh. Yes. Is that really? Okay, bag changed color. So you put. So this did change color. Bag changed color to dark pink.
It's like a light pink. So the bag color, when I put the drops in, it changed to a light pink. It was initially clear
Oh,
because
so
it was just water. So when I dropped them in the water, it was a light pink.
okay.
Did the solution, but also put it changed. So this bag
So put
turned
yes.
into a hot pink.
Yes, and the bag turns into a hot pink, right?
Well, he's also pointing out.
I'm just being confusing. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
And
And
the
then
solution changed
into a light pink,
to a
right?
light pink.
Yes. Light pink.
Okay, now yours.
Okay, so iodine,
And an explanation is the
because she said
ferrone is not diffusing into the water. It's possibly leaking from the ties up top.
yes.
Okay.
Okay. Is not diffusing into the water, but
Possibly, yes, but possibly leaking
But possibly.
from the two tied ends. And then now let's do yours.
Okay, tied ends. So for iodine, the bag did not change at all, so no. And then also no, because iodine was this color before placing the bag inside of it.
I did a phone video. I did a phone video of mine. So I could see it a little better.
Should we, hold on, let me take a picture. I want to take a picture. Maybe I can have to set it down, then it'll be cool.
It kind of is changing a little bit. A little,
Oh my gosh, yes! It's starting to turn blue.
like a
That
bluish
means
black.
that it's, yeah, that means that it's not, what does that mean again? When it turns
Diffusion.
It means that it is diffusion?
It's diffusing. This iodine is diffusing into this dialysis tube of starch.
Could I use a little bit of that dialysis tubing?
Yes. Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you.
Hold on, hold the tube up. I want to take a picture of it.
Oh, you want me to hold this?
Yeah, so hold it up with your glove. Okay.
I want to get a picture with flashlight.
Thank you.
You're welcome. This stuff's gonna come in handy. Watch.
Wait, hold it up again, Beverly. Hold on, let me move this. Perfectionist.
Girl, I know. Let me take a picture of this with flash. So yours is changing.
I wonder if it was supposed to, though.
I don't think that it wasn't not supposed to. I mean, each
Especially
experiment.
yes, right?
Yeah, because that's our.
Well, let's
our
note
experiment.
in the beginning that it wasn't changing. So in the beginning, I'm gonna draw like a
God created
no.
the heavens and earth.
Same. Was not changing. Changing now. Turning color into dark blue or black, blue/black,
Bluish black, yeah.
which means what?
There is the iodine is diffusing into the starch dialysis tube.
Oh yeah, wait.
Okay.
But also look at mine.
Oh my gosh, yeah, look.
Mine is turning into a hot pink, so I think it's diffusing now.
Look at what happened.
Look at happening. Oh wait. Oh, I thought we were looking at the thing. Look at what happened. What happened?
And also this one
Was that
started-
supposed to happen? Or is this like a part of, is that?
So what happened?
So that means the iodine and the iodine is diffusing with the starch, right?
Okay. Is
That means
iodine
that
diffusing in or out?
in.
Okay. Is the starch diffusing out?
No.
No.
No. How
Because
big is starch?
it's big.
It's big, right?
Yeah.
So starch is unable to get out of that bag because it's so big.
Okay.
But
And if it
iodine-
were reacting, then the color on the outside would change.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. We're doing good.
Look at you guys.
So smart. I didn't think we'd be able to do
I
this.
know, Beverly. Look at us.
Lady, speaking of, what are you doing for your unknowns that you didn't have data for? Did you ask other groups
Oh,
for
we
it?
actually wrote them down in one of our lab books. Beverly had them
Allie helped
down.
me figured it out. So we had all of the test answers, so then we could use those test results to get the unknowns. And she
Yeah.
helped me. Yeah, thank you.
So should we put no and no for this? Should we put no and no or yes and yes? Because look.
So the solution
no for
did
the-
not change.
Yeah,
The
but the
back
color, yes.
changed. Yes.
Yes, and that's because the starch and the iodine is diffusing together. Because
My explanation, what you wrote is like your explanation, so.
Yeah, that's why I'm like kind of like, let's write good stuff down. You know what I mean? Okay, that's pretty good. So, should we answer these up here?
I just want to make sure we get these experiments
Yeah,
done,
because like,
me and you could always like FaceTime or something
and just
answer the questions.
and like these are kind of basic too. Now that we
Yeah,
know.
or we can share
Okay.
some pictures.
Yeah, that's good. That's
We
good.
get
Let's
the,
go.
you know, test it.
So we're already pretty done though.
We just have to do the microscope, but they already gave us their slides, so that makes our life so much easier.
Because we just have to get the microscope.
Yes.
Should we just get the microscope?
Yeah.
Because they're in there for another
Let's
15
clean
minutes.
this.
Yes.
6
Let's.
minutes.
Okay.
Clean this up. Is stay. 2.
Oh no, we were all like that.
I burned the whole plant. I thought I would put it outside and I left it outside and I froze it. I kill plants so efficiently.
Me too.
Do you really?
I'm a plant mom. You guys
I
should
am
see
so
my
horrible.
kitchen. My kitchen is full of plants.
Really?
Like the most, or like what's good for growing for you? Because
Succulents are really easy to
I
maintain.
killed 2 succulents!
They're so easy to maintain. It's because succulents only take like 1 cup of water and then you wait for it to get bone dry and then you give it 1 more cup of water and you put it in sunlight and it thrives.
I took a plant physiology class last year for one of my last few classes I took, and I was like, oh my god, like plants are kind of interesting. Let me do this. I have a new appreciation for plants. I kept alive for like 3 whole months.
And then it died.
So after they've been sitting in here for a while, the color has changed a lot. So we can assume that there's probably diffusion being taken out of the tube
At least
into
it
the
was alive for
water.
3 months though. That's good.
And after this one sitting in here, it turned a bluish black color. So then we could assume that the iodine is diffusing into the dialysis tube with starch. Hallelujah. And this experiment is done. So I just added a couple little pictures me and Saleha took, of the end results. These 2 experiments are done. At the end, I added the full lab report. Excuse my spelling if there's anything off, but, you know, just if nothing's filled in, you know, just use what I gave you to fill in the rest, and I hope this helps you write your lab report. Bye!